Dylan Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, we're going to talk middleweight, right? We're going to talk middleweight. We're going to talk a little Canelo Alvarez, right? Listen, I'm hearing Canelo Alvarez in the interviews right now, and things he's saying, it irks me because it's typical of boxing, right? It's typical of things we're going to let go through. Canelo says, yes, he's open to a Gennady Golovkin trilogy, right? Third fight. After he goes up here to 168, he's going to be a one-off. He's going back down to 160, and he's open to, a Gennady Golovkin trilogy. And I'm saying the hell with that. That's not the fight. And anybody out here trying to act like that's the fight they want to see, shame on you. Shame on you. There's other people there that have to be fought first that deserve it. Charlo, for example, and anybody else. Danny Jacobs, all this stuff. Let's unify. Let's get some stuff done. Let's make sure that GGG has to fight. He's mandated to fight Charlo. Let's make sure he gets that out of the way first. And if he does that, then he would have earned that fight with Canelo again. Right? You had 24 rounds to do what you were going to do. Was Gennady Golovkin cheated, in my opinion? Yes. First fight, he won the damn fight. Second fight, it wasn't enough. Canelo didn't do enough for the titles to change hands. All this, face of boxing stuff. Now, Canelo was saying all this stuff in the Ring magazine. He's connected there. This Golden Boys thing. So what they're doing is putting fillers out here. Do the crowd want to see this? If you guys out there say, yeah, let's have a third fight, instead of all that other stuff, it would happen. What would happen is WC President Suleiman would say, oh, so he'll make up something that Charlo would just wait. Right? Just like, for example, Charlo was the mandatory for the winner of Canelo versus Golovkin. Instead of forcing Canelo to fight Charlo, because Charlo has been waiting forever, right? They say, okay, Canelo, you can have a voluntary, because they don't want to upset Canelo, because he might say, I don't want to fight for your belt, again, like he said before. So they don't want to upset him. He gets a voluntary, goes up here to get a regular title in a division, which doesn't mean anything. A regular title shouldn't even mean anything, but they want to call him a 3-division champion, right? But whatever. So they let him do that, and which is not all that bad. But now Golovkin, who's mandated to fight Charlo, and somebody should be, right, since we're not going to force Canelo to, then he doesn't even want to do that. He was trying to fight the Japanese guy, Murata. Murata got outclassed by Brandt. Now he would rather fight Brandt. They're regular champions. That's not even what's up, right? So he doesn't want to do that. Let's not allow them to go around Charlo or unification. For example, Canelo, if he say, okay, look, Gennady Golovkin, you fight Charlo, I'll fight Jacobs in a unification match. Those are the things you would want to see. Those are the things you would ask if Charlo was the champion or if Jacobs was the champion. That's what you would be asking for, right? But because you don't want these guys, you don't want them to fight anybody of substance, right? You just will allow this. Fans, do not allow this. Don't even act like you want to have that fight. When they start mentioning Gennady Golovkin and Canelo 3, you say no until Canelo fights Jacobs and until Gennady Golovkin fights Charlo and nobody else. Because once that happens, we'll have a little small round robin, and then we'll know who's the best at that particular time. In the meantime, Demetrius Andrade can do something over there, right? For the WBO, do something, right? In the meantime, I don't know what up right now, but something. Or if Canelo just wants to say, okay, I don't want to fight Jacobs, I'll fight Demetrius Andrade and unify with the WBO, that's cool too. Because I've told you, Demetrius Andrade has been calling Canelo out since he's been an infant. That was the first thing that came out of his mouth when they took the pacifier out. It wasn't mama or dada. Canelo! And they did not know what he was talking about. To 20 years later, they found out it was a Canelo. Right? So he's been trying to get him that long. So what we would accept that as well. But what we're not is going to accept is Canelo goes and fight Fielding, and then Gennady Golovkin goes to fight someone worse than Vanis Monterosen in the meantime, and then they meet, and then they're considered the third and fourth best fighters on the planet right now. No, we're not allowing it anymore. You shouldn't, don't, nada. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.